Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
9 days later, Mike.
And today, we're cracking open a new bottle of Noble Oak Double Oak Rye Whiskey, finished in Port Staves. I nailed that intro there.
You nailed everything. This whole intro has been...
I didn't get to look at the bottle. My dog's laying on me. I didn't know what it said, so I winged it. But that's exactly what it is. So, I don't know. Somehow we lost research. I had to redo research, but I am stubborn, and I looked forever to try to find my research, and I still didn't find it yet. So
neither one of us did.
I don't know. So here we go. I wanted to do this one next, though, because of the one we just recently did yesterday. This should be similar in some aspects. Man,
it should be, other than this is with the Oak Staves,
as opposed to the Port Staves of the Port, right?
Port Staves, I believe it said.
Port Wine Oak Staves. So let's get right into the particulars. This one comes in at 96 proof. We got it for $29.99. It is non-age stated, but this is also done in Indiana. It's distilled in Indiana. It's bottled by Noble Oak Spirits Company in Newtown, Ohio. It combines a spicy high rye mash bill and with a double oak maturation process. So they finish it in the regular oak, and then they add the oak staves to give it the port wine flavor. In theory, I wanted to do this one because the last one we did, what was it, Milan and Green or whatever it was, was very good, but it was upwards of, I don't know, 50
$70, I think, wasn't it?
I don't think it was that high. You got to pay attention better.
I think it was $60.99.
I don't know what it was, to be honest with you. I don't think it was that high because he doesn't usually buy ones that high. I don't even think it was $50. But, anyways, whatever it was a little bit more money than this. And I remember this has been in there so long that I somehow lost the notes. So I really wanted to try this. I did like their double oak, and it won a bunch of blinds for us. That was also finished in like a sherry or something like that. So I kind of wanted to see. This is a fresh crack. The other one that we did yesterday was, it was open for a good year anyways, but this is a fresh crack.
The nose actually doesn't jump out too bad. I think maybe yesterday's was a little quicker. But
it was open for a year.
I hear.
So that does make a difference.
I'm not sad with the nose, though.
I'm not either. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm actually smelling.
I'm
not getting any of them. I'm not getting a mint at all.
No.
Because this is supposed to be a high rye mash bill.
We didn't really get that in yesterday's either.
Off the nose, right.
On the nose. As we kept drinking it, though, it did come in.
So being that it comes from Indiana, which would be Ross and Squibb or MGP 9 times out of 10, and their high rye mash bill is normally 95.5 rye. So that's why I thought, I figured I was going to get a mint.
The other one was Indiana too, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to do this.
Yeah.
It's made by the same people. Same thing when we did Bullet. Bullet, I believe, was Indiana too, if I remember correctly. You know what I mean? Like, so that gives you.
Is someone else out of there? Is Diego out of there or something? Indiana. Well, that's a pretty good taste though.
There's multiple distilleries in Indiana.
I know there is.
That's nice. There is. I know Starlight. We do have one over there. We've never done Starlight, but they're out of Indiana. That the something truth. There's a
lot of dots.
Yeah. The hard truth. That's another one I believe is in Indiana, but we haven't done anything out of them yet either.
This has a nice end oak presence.
So when I get on the nose on this one, I'm getting like a fruity, like a wine smell. I'm getting that on the nose right off the bat, and I don't know if it's, again, would I get this in a blind? I don't know. When you crack it like this and you know you're supposed to be looking for port staves, I am getting a nice fruity smell in the front. Like almost to the point of where what I remember of like the Isaac Bowman and the, like it's giving me that fruit. You usually pick it up before I do.
That's the problem. It's not jumping out like those this time to me. But the flavor it is.
There was a nice fruity aspect to this on my tongue as I'm rolling it around. I got to be honest with you, I'm not getting a mint at all.
So far, I
am getting the nice pop rocky rye taste.
You do definitely
like
get
the
a
feeling.
Pop rock. Yes,
I get that. Like so, like it drinks like a high rye. I can't say I would think that I would be drinking a high rye bourbon that was finished in a port, but that's what in my head, because I know it was finished. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if I would go. I'm not sure
if I'm going to get the port out of this.
You don't get that fruity. That there's a whole.
I get the light, but I don't know if I'm going to guess a rye with a finished again, because we don't. I know you said we still have more over there, but we haven't done a lot of them.
Yeah, this might be the only one that's finished in a port. I know we have I know there's a Sagamore rye. We got a lot of malted ryes that I want to really get out, but I wanted to get this one out right after we just did that one, just because I thought it would be a good comparison.
And honestly, flavor-wise, they are pretty close. Mm-hmm. The big thing is it's $20 cheaper.
I think.
And this is 96. That was 94, I think, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be a good side by side.
They would be it's Steve. It'll be good when Steve comes over later, and then we sit down.
You get the practice,
and then we get to put it back to back to each other and see which one we like better. Because he likes doing it too. But then it'll hurt his feelings if this one's better than that one because this is cheaper. You know what I mean? But
it happens to the best of us.
No, and that's what I tell him. I'm like that's the only way. Like you don't know till you try it. Again, one of you guys had recommended the regular double oak, and so when he found this one, he's like, "Have you done this one?" I'm like, "No, you need to grab that." And we probably had this over there for a year and a half, and it gets shuffled and mixed, and new ones come in, and I try to get them out. So
it fell off the book.
It's in one of my 4 books of research that I have. I really should upgrade to a computer, and then I wouldn't lose anything. But
next time I go on vacation, I'll put that mission in.
That's probably the case. We'll have to see. I did buy I need to get a new computer to run all this stuff anyways, but. I'll be like in a day and a half because he's on vacation.
It's the only time he starts sweating is when I go on vacation. He's like, "What you making me do now?"
Oh, then I got all kinds of chores that I have to do because I'm not busy doing this. This is actually very good.
I'm not saying.
I am saying for $29.99, this is freaking.
Wasn't even counting in. No,
I'm factoring that in right now just because I'm looking at it. But if I didn't know this was a sub $30 bottle, I think if we did this as a Mystery Mash Monday, I think I would be happy paying upwards of like.
I'd go $59.99.
See, I'd probably even go. I would probably be like $79.99. This has a nice full-bodied flavor. It has a good viscosity.
It holds on.
It actually like sits down in your throat. Drinks way more than like 90, but not in a hot way. Just flavor-wise, I'm not thinking under 100. It's holding its own. Like it's got a finish. Mm-hmm. Normally, sub hundreds don't have a finish that are just hanging on like that. But it's not finishing with a proof. It's finishing with just flavor.
It does have a nice flavor.
Right now, because I just refilled, and it has a hint of a mint right now.
So I was going to say it's coming in slower.
Yep.
Well, probably only because it's just cracked.
Yeah, I was going to say that one was open, right? This may open up nice into a mint.
I'd be damned. I'm pretty.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty damn close. Mm-hmm. That would be a tough head-to-head. They're pretty damn close, and this might even be drinking. It holds here, but for some reason it seems a little. Maybe seems a little bit easier.
I'll have to try to remember. Future me, remember this.
Future me.
Maybe I'll tell Steve. I'll give him some of ours, and I'll take a sample of his, and maybe I'll put it right into a blind right off the bat. Like to see.
Just do it and
just do it.
Yeah, not even.
Yeah, well, because we cracked them both.
Not even put into the thing. Just.
What do you mean into the thing?
Not put it into the boxes.
No, put them into the boxes.
Oh, okay.
I'll just throw them right in, and then we'll be head to head, and when we can look like donkeys saying this is definitely a rum. You know what I mean? Because and just put them.
Probably no. I don't think he'd be opposed to that.
No, he won't. No, trust me, he wouldn't be. Nope. No,
it's probably not a bad idea because that's a and then it would save us from having to go get that one that we just tried already.
Not that I'd be opposed to that either, because that was actually a very good rye to me. I know you're not a rye guy, and we actually have a lot of Sunday Fundies that I've lined up but they're all ryes because we just haven't done them. Like we have quite a few that I put in there. There's some I want to put single barrel proof Jack against something just to see if it is raining as high on the pedestal as I thought it was.
This nose is coming in more.
It is
bourbon-esque too, not so much a rye.
It's funny because I know what it is, and this is why I like doing them blind. And sorry if you guys are sick of listening to me do this, because when you know what it is, I swear I can smell mint. I swear I can smell, like, it's a hint of mint. It's not strong in any way, and it's barely on the palate. It's what I like to call a cooling sensation, not so much a mint. And it gives you that pop rock with a little cool in the middle. But it's slowly progressing in the glass. Like, it seems like it's coming out. Like, if we drank this...
It's
like a week
like
from
the last
now.
one.
Yeah.
So that's third or fourth sip. Mm-hmm. It is the mint flavor towards the end. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, not in a bad way though.
No, there's absolutely nothing I don't like about this. This actually, and you can't beat that for the price either. So I forget, it was a long time ago whoever suggested Noble Oak, Double Oak. But if you haven't tried this, I'm suggesting you go get their rye. This really is bringing a ton of flavor for me.
It is.
This is where I'm high. What are you looking for? What are we thinking?
I don't think it's far off the other one. You gonna put it ahead?
No,
you're gonna go A minus.
They're neck and neck. What did we end up with?
I think
yesterday.
I think it was B plus.
B plus.
I probably go.
I think you went B because I was at A minus B plus, and you brought me down to a B on that one. I'm pretty sure that's where we ended up settling.
I could definitely go with a B plus. Especially because of the price, and I maybe even want to. If you want to bump it up to an A minus,
no, I don't want to factor in price.
No, I have to because that's it's one, it's two, it's 94,
a lot
96.
Of them
they're very similar in taste.
I get it, but what I'm saying, there was just a burst of like caramel that just came out of that.
No, it's again.
I wasn't getting
earlier, there's no nose of. It's more bourbon nose than a rye nose.
Because we have to stay consistent on, like, a lot of them we're grading, we don't even know what they are, or proof, or nothing. So we got to stay consistent on what are we tasting, not factoring in
then
price.
I would stay with B because it's very similar to the last
all right, we'll put this as a B then. This is very good. If this had I think I said it about yesterday's, if it had a better finish, I would argue for an A minus area. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't.
Or B plus.
But that's proof. You know what I mean? Like, if this was sitting
at
like
to B plus because to me,
you like this a little better because you're not getting as much mint.
As you keep sipping it, you start to get the mint.
Yep.
But it's $20 cheaper. So
again, we can't factor in those things. The funny thing is we did this recently. What was it? It might have been A Overholt something. One of the ones we did, or it could have been Green River, and I'm like, you're not getting a ton of the mint and this and that. And then when Steve,
more you keep sipping it,
a week and a half later, Steve came over and he tried it. And he's like, "Oh no, I would definitely go with rye on this one because because the mint came out. You know what I mean? Like, that rye spice.
It's coming out the more you keep sipping it.
Yeah, this is very good.
I'll be damned if we have these side by side if they weren't going to be pretty damn close.
Maybe I'll try to incorporate it into a Sunday Funday. I will see. Again, that's why I wanted to do that because it was what I thought this profile would be, and it is all of that.
It's pretty damn close.
Yeah. So, well, there you go. Leave a comment down below for all of that you have tried this. So those of you that passed it up because it's a $29.99 bottle, it might be cheaper in your area. And I love when I say, "Oh, it's in Louisiana," and I can get it for $15. Because these are the bottles. Like, because same thing with the Double Oak. Like, I might have walked by that bottle 1,000 times, but man, if that Double Oak didn't win a bunch of blinds that we had in it, because it just brings a ton of flavor. So, again, if you guys have tried this, leave a comment down below. I think it is shipped all around because it's made in Indiana, it's bottled in Ohio. You know what I mean? So,
it's worth a try.
No, yeah, definitely. For that price, you're not out any money, and I'd be hard pressed if you're one of the few people that don't like anything about this. Leave a comment down below. I'll be curious to see because then I'll go back and try it again. But there's nothing like I'm not getting grassy. I'm not getting young. I'm not getting anything negative. This is
pretty
all
damn close to the other
damn
ones,
good.
mate.
Yeah, exactly. So that being said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.